Hey everybody, welcome to a impromptu version of Well Eternal. I mean, impromptu in the sense that I'm recording this on December 18th, 2017, when The Dusk Road just came out. And I got 18 packs thanks to the event and having bought gems before and being generally awesome. And then I went and got a box of Dusk Road. So we're going to just crack 50 packs and see what we open, because a lot of the set as of right now is unknown to us. So let's see what we got. First up, ooh, I like the new thing there. All right, so let's see. We have a few Nightfall cards. Ooh, Tandem Watchwing. Haven't seen this one yet. 3 in Justice, 2/1 Flying, Valkyrie Ally +1/+1. That's pretty all right. Steady Marshal, 1/1, 1/2 for 1 in the Justice, Gunslinger Ally. When you have another Gunslinger, it gets a 1/1 weapon. Okay, all right. Build your own Bold Explorer. Surveying Mantisaur. 3/4 Flying Overwhelm with Bond, 8 in a Primal. I mean, 3/4 Flyer with Overwhelm is pretty good. How cheap can we make this? What's a good cheap dino? Well, Sandspitter, my preview card, is a 5 power one, so you could play it into this for 3, but I don't think that may not be good. Crownwatch Legionnaire, 1/3 Endurance Lifesteal for 3. That's a good defensive body. Baying Sarasaur is 3 time for 2/2 that makes Nightfall. And when you draw a card, Baying Sarasaur gets +1/+1 this turn. Okay, that's pretty good. So during Nightfall, or during the night, Baying Sarasaur can be a 4/4. That's pretty alright. We also have Auric Record Keeper. 3 time Justice for a 4/4 with Entomb, give one of your units +1/+1. That's a good uncommon. It is a little above rate, as one would expect from a Combray unit, but yeah, Auric Record Keeper seems good. Shielded Short Barrel is a 2/1 weapon for 4 and a Justice that gives Aegis. Makes up for only giving 1 toughness, sure. Talir's Intervention. Ooh, we have Charms. Charms are great. So Talir's Intervention is 1 in the Justice for a fast spell. You either gain 3 health, or you put one of your Explorers or Sentinels into your hand, or you silence an attacking enemy unit. That's a lot of options. That card's going to be so annoying. Oh, man. I can already see, end of turn. Oh, no, you killed my Sandstorm Titan. Pick it back up again. Oh, this card's good. The gain 3 life is less relevant, but it could be good against the Fire Aggro decks. Horizon Seeker. 2 in a Primal is a 1/1 with Flying. I mean, that's underwhelming. Summon Nightfall. When you play a Dinosaur, Horizon Seeker gets 1 more health. And it's an Explorer Serpent for whatever reason. Alright, and our rare is Milos Ezalio, Heir to Rebellion. We saw Milos pretty early on in Luis's article, and yeah, Milos is, I think, pretty good as a Gunslinger ally. If I were drafting, I would probably take Milos. 3 power, 2/3. Double fire can be hard to play, but it gets double damage if you ever find another Gunslinger, which I imagine you are. And also, if he's wielding a weapon, which you're likely to pick up a few if you're in, say, Rakano or in Stone Scar, Milos can get real out of control. All right, see what our next pack has for us. I do enjoy that sound effect. Yes. All right. Spirit Blade Stalker. 4 in a Justice, 2/4. It's an Unseen, which is a relevant tribe. Pay 5 to give one of your units +1/+1 and Lifesteal. That's pretty good, ultimate. I mean, 4 mana 2/4, 4 power 2/4 is not where you really want to be. But paying 5 to give a unit +1/+1 and Lifesteal, I mean, you could do that on curve if you don't have like a 5-drop, but it seems interesting. First Shot Rioter, Gunslinger ally. Oh, 3/2 for 3 and a fire. Play a +1/+1 weapon on First Shot Rioter. Okay, all right. So if you have another Gunslinger, it's a 4/3 for 3. That's pretty good. I would like that. Ancient Bauble, a relic for 1 in a time. Once per turn, you may pay 1 to gain a health. So this card's a trap. Good to know. We saw Slip Sergeant earlier on in the previews when they previewed Bond. Slip Sergeant seems pretty good in a Focused Yeti deck. Being able to play it on turn 3 or 4 seems pretty easy to do. Nocturnal Kyrex, 2/1 for 4 and a Primal Killer Nightfall. Well, I'm glad to see that we have another killer card in Primal, because so far up to now there's only been the one Skycrack Wyvark. Maybe we'll see an Elysian Killers deck. Who knows? Barbarian Camp. 4 and a fire relic. Your units have +1 power. Okay. This is a good card for draft, I would think. I don't think this is going to see play in Constructed, because you could just play Granite Ring and it'll be a little bit better. Another Legionnaire. Cryptic Etchings. 2 at a time for another relic. Once per turn you may pay 2 to scout. That's a pretty good power sink. There haven't been a lot of power sinks that have been useful, which has been a problem that I've seen at least, but Cryptic Etchings seems good. Infused Strike, 2 and a Shadow. Fast spell, you have one of your units +3/+1 and Lifesteal this turn. That's a pretty good card. Pretty good combat trick, can really swing games. This doesn't help you win too many combats, but you can definitely trade with bigger things. Jotun Punter, we saw really early on in the previews, showing the Giant Yeti synergies. Storm Talisman, so this is his Island's Necklace. 2 and a Primal for a relic Summon Scout. And once per turn you may pay 8 to deal 2 damage to an enemy. That is quite a hefty amount. This feels more like a draft card than a ranked card. Although there have been many times where I've been playing ranked in Primal decks and just have had nothing to do. And even paying 8 to deal 2 would be welcome. So probably needs to go down a little bit more, but you never know. In draft, this I think is much better. And our rare, hey, Daring Pioneer. This is RNG's this is RNG's or Neon's preview. This card's very interesting. I'm not sure how to evaluate it for ranked. It was immediately compared to my preview card in Sandspitter, and I'm not sure. They're very similar in a lot of ways, but all right, next pack. All right, still unlucky, no legendaries. All right, Lost in the Mist we saw. It seems like a really good tempo play. The Waystones we also saw early in the previews. I think they're all very good. I think the Amethyst Waystone is going to be pretty good. I'm unsure how good, but I think it'll be pretty good if there's a focused Knight deck. Ancient Bauble again. Town Watchman. 6 justice for a 3/7 Warcry. I'm not sure how good that is. It's always going to be able to attack, which is nice. Vainglory Patrol is a Valkyrie, which is relevant. 4 and a Shadow for a 3/1 Flyer. Okay. It's no Sky Snapper, but, it's pretty good in Justice, or in Shadow, I should say. Final Shot Rioter. Okay, so there's First Shot Rioter in Fire, and then we've got Final Shot Rioter in Shadow, which is 4 and a Shadow for a 2/4, and if you have another Gunslinger, it gets Deadly. 2/4 Deadlies are hard to kill. Disjunction we saw, love it. Duskwalker. Well, we've had Dawnwalker, and now we have Duskwalker. 4 Time Shadow for a 4/4, that makes Nightfall happen, and you get +2 maximum power at night. That's pretty good, I would say. Being able to go from 4 to 7 is a big jump, assuming you have a power to play from your hand. You could probably play Duskwalker turn 4 or turn 3, and then on turn 4 you have 7 power. That's a lot. Meditation Trainer is an unseen 4 and a Primal for a 1/5. Your units have 2 or more, with 2 or more battle skills, get +1/+1. This seems like a real big win war card, because if your units have 2 battle skills or more, then that's pretty good for them. Valkyrie Cadet, 3 and a Justice, 1/1. Valkyrie Cadet has flying and double damage while wielding a weapon. That's pretty good. 1/1s don't really wear weapons too well, but when they get flying and double damage, that's pretty powerful. And our rare, Rakano Sheriff. Oh, this is a new one. It's a Gunslinger Minotaur. Okay, that's relevant for a lot of reasons. It also curves nicely into Tavrod, or can be fetched by Tavrod, but anyways. +2/+2 for each of your other units wielding a weapon. Okay, and then you can pay 4 to put a 1/1 weapon on one of your other units. Okay, this card seems pretty good. I think if I was drafting, I would definitely take Rakano Sheriff here. Sheriff definitely seems to be very, very powerful in very, very powerful ways. Next. Still no legendary? So unlucky. Alright, so Town Watchman, Trailmaker, just previewed today. I think it's pretty alright. Especially if you need budget options. Although I think that Power Stone from Tale of Horus Traver or Amber Acolyte or Initiate of the Sands might be a little better. Although Initiate doesn't give you influence, but you never know. It's a 2-drop. 2-drops are good. Frontier Confessor, another gunslinger, 5 and a justice for a 3/4. Summon, you may silence another unit. Okay. Another silence effect at 5, which is pretty good. Relevant for ranked, it does not have 2 power, which means you can't play it in Chalice, and that's good for everybody. Fishing Dynok is a 5 power, 5 at a time, or 5 time 3/3. That if you have another Dino, it becomes a 6/6. Okay, that's pretty good, and that seems pretty par for the course for time. Another Vainglory Patrol. Copper Hall Porter. 2 and a justice for a 2/1. That's good. Minotaur and Tomb. Draw a Justice Sigil. Okay. So you can trade it off to draw a Justice Sigil. Not bad. Unseen Agent, also preview today. 2 and a Shadow, 1/1 unblockable. Wears weapons really well. And you can make it Nightfall, which can potentially really pressure your opponent. Amethyst Waystone, we've already seen. Tempered Sentinel. 6 fire for a 5/3 charge with Bond. So how quickly can we put this in play? We obviously can't put it in the play on turn 1. Probably turn 3, depending on what other Sentinels we have. I mean, if you have a Sandstorm Titan, this costs 1, but then you're just living a real big dream, and I don't think that's going to matter. Wisp Light. 1 and a Shadow for 0/1 flying Wisp. Once per turn, you may pay 2 to give Wisp Light 2 power this turn. It is a 1-drop, but I don't think that's very good. It's pretty good. I think it'd be very good with Xenon Obelisk, but Frenzied Omnivore, 5 time for a 3/4 or 4/3, excuse me. When an enemy unit dies, Frenzied Omnivore gets +1/+1 permanently, and then summon. You may discard a card to get Frenzied Omnivore Killer. Ooh, that's really good. Being able to have discard outlets is going to be huge, especially for things like Reanimator. Because I was already toying around with something like a Xenon Reanimator list, and Frenzied Omnivore is definitely good in that style of deck. Sorry for the silence there. I had to cough, and you don't want to hear that. Anyways, what is our rare? Powder Glider. Ooh, it's a Yeti. One primal for a 1/2. Summon, stun an enemy unit with flying. Alright. When you play a spell, Power Glider gets +1/+1 this turn. Oh, so Magic players will recognize this as prowess. Powder Glider is not a great turn 1 play, it seems, but definitely is going to be something that you'll play late in the game to make your opponents very, very unhappy and unable to block or attack with certain units. Also, it can be a primal way to interact with the Aegis on... Well, no, actually, you can't even target a Karia with it, can you? And anyways, seems fun. If I was drafting, I'd probably take the Omnivore. Omnivore seems real good. Next. Still regular rares. Come on. Alright, Unseal we saw during the previews. I think it's going to replace Backlash in a lot of ways, or be played with Backlash. You never know. Trusty Revolver. 1 in the shadow for a 1/1 weapon. Entomb, create and draw 1 weapon. Okay. So it kind of is just itself. You get it, and you get it again. That's pretty alright. Ancient Bauble we saw. It's bad. Valkyrie Arcanist. 5 Justice, 3/3 flyer. When it dies, you make a 3/3 Gemblade. Okay, that's pretty good. Getting value when things die is probably one of the big hallmarks of good limited cards, and Valkyrie Arcanist reads like a very good limited card. You can just kill your opponent or make one of your other units very, very hard to kill. Far Place Finder is 1 primal for a 1/1. Explorer Yeti, so that's relevant for 2 tribes, dinosaurs and giants, and as well as Yetis and explorers, with Summon Scout. That's not bad. Scout, again, is look at the top card of your deck. You can put it on the bottom. Etchings is, again, meh. We already saw the Short Barrel. We've already seen Legionnaire. All right, Oni Gunright. 6 fire for a 5/3. If you have an ally, or if you have a Gunslinger ally, it gets Warcry. And then if it dies, you draw a weapon from your void. Okay. This almost feels like an armory card. But I don't think it is. Interesting. Next we have Gun Wrestler. 6 Shadow for a 4/2. With Summon, Gun Wrestler steals all weapons from an enemy unit. Oh man. That could be a huge beating. In limited or ranked. Although 6 for that is a little spicy. I'm unsure how good that is, but you never know. Gun Wrestler, it's definitely a flavorful card. Crackshot Fugitive, 2 and a Justice for a 2/2. Alright, 2 mana 2/2, or 2 power 2/2, I'm in. When Crackshot Fugitive attacks, she gets +1/+1 this turn for each of your units wielding a weapon. Okay, so we appear to have a a justice theme with Recano Sheriff and Crackshot Fugitive of your other units having weapons, which can be pretty relevant. Also, Fugitive is a gunslinger. In fact, all our uncommons were gunslingers, which is pretty cool. And our rare, Accelerated Impact. Okay, 2 at a time. Your units get +1/+1 and deal their health and battle damage to their power this turn. Ooh, so they get to fight with their butts, and it's a regular spell. Okay. This seems like a major build around. Like, I don't know how big this is going to be in kind of ranked. Sure, making your Sandstorm Titans attack for 7 instead of 6 is minorly relevant. But there are some defensive units that you can just surprise your opponent out of nowhere and just hopefully kill them. But I'm unsure how good this is. All right. If I was drafting, I'd probably take like either Arcanist or Fugitive, I think. All right, next. All right, still no legendary. So unlucky. All right, Hissing Spiketail. 4 at a time, 4/2 Overwhelm. Okay. When you play another dinosaur, gain a health. I mean, I'd rather play this as a 4/2 Overwhelm, but even then that trades with a lot of things. But Disjunction we've seen. Prickly Grenadin. Ooh, more Grenadin. 3 in a Shadow, 1/2. Summon. Enemy player discards a card of their choice from their hand. Okay. It's minor hand attack? I'm unsure how good that is, but anyways. Waystone we've seen. Temple Raider. It's a 3 and a fire for a 2/2 charge, which is fine. And then if you have a Sentinel, it's a 4/4. Interesting. I don't know how good that is. Unseal we've seen. Winter's Grasp is new, previewed right before we went live with Dusk Road. Summon Nightfall and the curse unit stunned at night. Seems pretty good. I think it's going to be it'll replace Permafrost in Nightfall decks, so we'll see. Hoof Slash, give a unit +4/+2 this turn. Good combat trick. It's going to be fine. Humble Instructor. So we have Tranquil Scholar and Humble Instructor. 1 of the Justice 1/1. It's an unseen. Pay 2 and exhaust Humble Instructor to give one of your units with 2 or more battle skills +1/+1. I don't know how useful this ability of, or caring about multiple battle skills is going to be. I don't know how good that is. I guess we'll have to see how it all plays out. Improvised Rubbler is a relic weapon. It's a 5/5 for 7 fire. Summon, play 2/1 with Grenadin. Okay. One of the big things with relic weapons is, you play it and you attack something and you want to get another attack in, but if they have other units, then you don't have anything to get in the way of it. And Grenadin are good at chump blocking and getting in the way of things, so we'll see. Sleeping Draught. Play a unit from your void that died this turn exhausted. Ooh. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not amazing. It's not like a real reanimator spell, but it's pretty alright. And the rare? Yeti Sage. We saw this guy during the previews. 1/1 double damage for 2 and a fire. When it dies, draw a Trail Stories. If I was drafting, I'd probably take Rubbler or Raider or Spiketail. Although probably the pick is something like actually Winter's Grasp. Alright, next. Next up. Oh, I already clicked the rare, whatever. It's Mysterium Orb. Mysterium Orb cares about Explorers and Sentinels, so we'll see how good that is. We've already seen Final Shot Rioter. Wandering Forge. Ooh, he's a Sentinel. 4 and a fire, 4/2, +1/+1 Overwhelm while you have a relic. Okay. That's interesting. Unseen Agent, meh. Cryptic Etchings, meh. Steady Marshal, alright. Destruction, K. Grenamender. Phenomena. 1 in the Shadow 1/1. When it dies, you gain 3 life. It's pretty bad unless you really care about Grenadin. Cutbrush Cartographer. 4 and a Primal, 1/3. When you draw a card, it gets +1/+1. Or it gets +1 power. Or +1 strength. Okay. That's fine. Rampart Protector. 2 and a Justice 1/1. 1 of your Valkyrie dies. Play a 2/2 Soldier. Okay, so there's a small thing of soldiers and Valkyries, which is cool. Depends on how many Valkyries I guess you have in your deck. Strategize I think is going to be really good. Being able to put a card on the bottom of your deck is pretty big game, I would say. Because essentially you just get rid of it forever. But also there's Scale Tender, which is a 4 time primal for a 3/3. Then when you get a dinosaur, you make another dinosaur with Overwhelm. That's a 3/3. Seems good in limited. I don't think it's going to be great in ranked. It's a little slow. Then yeah, Mysterium Orb is going to be interesting to see how these tribal decks actually play out. All right, next. Ooh, there we go. We got a legendary. All right, let's slow roll this. Prickly Grenadin, we've seen. First Shot Rioter, we've seen. Electropy, 3 and a primal. Curse. At the end of the cursed unit's turn, it deals 1 damage to its owner. So don't put this on lifesteal units. Got it. It's just a removal spell, which is fine. We've seen Confessor, we've seen Maker, we have not seen Sparkcatcher. 2 fire, 2/1. When it dies, make a 1/1 Grenadin. That's fine. Steady Marshal we've seen. Entrapment, also previewed today. Kill an attacking enemy unit. Entrapment can't be played at night. It's gonna be real relevant how often it will be night, but we'll see. Only Gunright we've seen. Fearless Yeti, 2 and a primal, 3/1 Overwhelm. When it hits the enemy player, scout. That's really good. It's a good aggressive body, plays well with Wump, and you're likely going to get 1 scout out of this and maybe multiples. Vara's Intervention. All right, so what does this one do? Okay, so Talir's was 1 in a time. Vara's is 1 in a shadow. This is a regular spell, whereas Talir's was a fast spell. Give the enemy unit -1 health. Yeah, give one of your units unblockable. All right, that's big game. Draw an Unseen from your void. Why would Vara care about the Unseen? Huh. Well, I mean, Talir's did care about Sentinels and Explorers, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Vara's Intervention seems really good. It seems also... all 3 of these modes seem more relevant than Talir's, where I think you're going to be playing it for the 2nd or 3rd mode most of the time. I guess it also depends on how many Unseen you're playing, but anyways. Legendary. Island. Ooh, I was thinking about crafting a few islands, so I'm glad I didn't. 7 Justice Primal for a 6/7 Flying Endurance. Summon Silence 2 enemy units. Ultimate, pay 8 to give Island +2/+2. She deals 6 damage to each enemy unit without a battle skill. Oh. Who control? Here we come, I guess. She seems real strong. Like, real strong. She does die to a lot of removal spells, but, a lot of cards are going to do that, so. Also, by the way, for drafting, Island. Also, she's standing in front of the Eternal Throne, which is not irrelevant. Next up is... Oh, wow. 2 for 2 legendaries in a row? How lucky. Thank you, based Scarlatch. So, Emerald Spear. 6 in a Justice, 3/3 Relic Weapon, where if you have an ally, you get a 2/2 Soldier. Or a Valkyrie ally. That seems less good. Already saw Mantisaur, saw Finder, saw Skyrex, Extinguish. Spell, so slow spell. 4 in a Shadow. Nightfall, okay. Kill a unit with 4 power or less. I get it's a common, but if it would be better if it was like... I guess you're paying the premium here for it making Nightfall. Alright, so Final Shot Rider, we've seen Jump Kick. Neat little combat trick. Probably not super impactful. Electropy we've seen. Battlefield Scavenger was in the event for the Valkyrie deck. It's a Tinkerer Rogue. It's a 1/3 for 2 in a Shadow Warcry, which is a good body. Minotaur Grunt showed us that. And you can pay 5 to draw a Valkyrie from your void and give it Warcry, which seems very good. Tumble Bang. Oh man, I love these Grenadin. 3 fire for a 3/1. When it dies, you get +3 power this turn. So you really want this to die on your turn, not on your opponent's turn. Well, it could die on your opponent's turn. Let you cast a fast spell of some sort. Interesting. Whirling Duo seems like a really good budget card for a Rakano aggro deck. Seems pretty alright for me. Lifesteal Charge on a 3 power 3/3 is going to be great. And our legendary is Emerging Colossus. Okay, so we have not seen this one. It's a 9/9 7/9 Sentinel with Overwhelm. Alright. When Emerging Colossus hits the enemy player, draw a card with cost 6 or more from your void and reduce its cost by 6. Oh, wow. So it needs to hit, but you get free Heart of the Vaults, you get massively reduced other things that we've seen, like Great Kiln, or Novoblast. Oh man, Novoblast Sentinel, or whatever the name of that card is. Oh man. it being a 10 bond is going to be much better than it being a 16 bond. This card seems too slow for ranked, though. Seems like a bomb in limited. Well, if you can get to 9. This card's so rough to evaluate. Alright, moving on. Alright, back to the regular rares. We can't be eternally lucky. Also, no premiums? Come on. Alright. Wanted poster, one of the first cards previewed. When a cursed unit dies, draw 2 cards. We've seen you. Sinister Opportunist. One of the primal 1/1 unseen with ultimate. Pay 3 to give Sinister Opportunist +3/+3 if an enemy is cursed. Okay, so again, playing into the unseen curse synergy. Essentially paying 4 power for a 4/4 over 2 turns could be pretty good. Powder Keg Rider is a Grenadin, 5 and a fire for a 3/4 overwhelm. Sure. Ultimate, when another one of your Grenadin dies, Powder Keg Rider gets +4 power or +4 strength. That seems pretty alright. You're going to have to maneuver it so that you make sure that it happens and you don't accidentally trade off your Powder Keg Rider, but we'll see. Triggerman, 5 and a shadow, 3/3, gunslinger, bond, quick draw bond. Ooh. Bond on a 5 power unit. Interesting. When Triggerman dies while wielding a weapon, he gets +2 power. While attacks while wielding a weapon, he gets +2 power. Okay, alright. So that's kind of more of a win more, but, being at worst a 5 power or 5 strength quick draw unit is going to be hard to kill. Lost in the Mist, we've seen Ageless Sentinel, 4 time for a 3/5 Sentinel. Probably couldn't be a 4/4 because of Bond, but you never know. Umbran Coaster, another Radiant, 5 Shadow for a 5/2 Lifesteal. That could be a big swing though. Showdown. Alright, fast spell, 3 and a Justice. Give one of your units invulnerable to damage this turn. If it's a Gunslinger, deals double damage. Yep. Seems like something that Gunslingers would do. Monolith Guardian was previewed about a day or two ago. It's a 1/1 for 4 fire time, but it gets +6/+6 while you have a relic. Again, Sentinels and Explorers kind of caring about relics is an interesting kind of space to play in. Fearless Yeti seems fine. And our rare is Shush. Well, I'm glad we got a Shush, because I'm going to need 4 of these, because this card's insane. It's really good in ranked. If I'm drafting, probably just take Shush. Shush can be really good. Even if it's only a 1 of. Or take take Showdown. And just kind of be the Gunslingers? Yeah. Alright, another rare. Alright, Barkeep's Friend. No, that would be a Barkeep's Friend. 6 fire for a 4/2 relic weapon. Entomb, create and draw a +1/+1 weapon. I don't like it. I liked +1 drawing Entomb, draw +1/+1 weapon on the Trusty Revolver over the Barkeep's Friend, because that already has kind of some relevance. But Granite Waystone, pretty good. Seen you. Stampede Driver, 5 from the Primal for a 3/5 Explorer. Summon, you may discard a card to give one of your other units +1/+1 in Overwhelm. If it's a dinosaur, it gets +2/+2 in Overwhelm instead. Alright, another Explorer. This is primarily a limited card. I don't think this is going to see ranked play, but it's pretty alright, I would say. Also, it's other units, so you do need to have another buddy for your Stampede Driver. Unseal, we've seen. Dusk Caller. 3 and a Shadow, 3/2 Unseen, summon Nightfall. Depends on how relevant the Nightfall deck is, and also depends on how relevant your Unseen are. Voracious Fossora. 3 and a fire, 3 and a primal for a 4/2 Reckless. I see what they're trying to do, but I don't know if I like it as much. Alright, Tandem Watchman we've seen. First Watch, 5 and a time, Nightfall, gain 8 life. It's bad. Reinvigorate, 2 and a Justice. Why did I say 4? Fast spell. Give one of your units Endurance. It gets +1/+1 this turn for each of its battle skills. So at worst, it's get Endurance, get +1/+1. Again, I don't know how much I care about all these battle skill things. I mean, obviously you'd prefer to have units with battle skills as opposed to just being vanillas. I don't know how I feel about that. All right. Repulsive Gorger. 7 Shadow, 7/4. Dino. Summon. You may sacrifice another unit to give each... Ooh, you get to plague them by sacking a unit? That's pretty good. Seems like a pretty big bomb in limited. Although 7/4s do trade with a lot. And a rare... Curfew Enforcement. Alright. 2 and a Justice for a spell. Enemy units get -1 strength. For each of your Valkyrie, you may pay 2 at exhaust to give enemies an additional -1 strength. Okay, so we saw a cycle apparently of these because we saw the Yeti one, which deals damage, and you can pay 2 and exhaust Yetis to deal 2 damage and then deal 2 damage to something else. Curve Reinforcement seems pretty good in a all Valkyrie deck. I'm unsure how good though. It's not like Plague where you can potentially just kill them. It's interesting to say the least. Alright. Another rare. Come on. We need more legendaries. Last Light Infusion. Nightfall, 3 at a time. Spell. Nightfall, give you 2 units +1/+1. Seems pretty alright. Although it's not fast, and I would really like to see fast ways of making it Nightfall, but you never know. Time Sworn Sentinel, 3 at a time for a 3/6 endurance. 3/6 endurance is pretty good. And if you have an Explorer draw card, that's really good. That's quite strong. Finback Commandant is a dinosaur, 6 and a shadow for a 5/5. Summon, you may discard a card to make it Nightfall. Yep, that's pretty good. Those card outlets can always be very relevant. We've seen you, we've seen you, we've seen you, we've seen you, we've seen you. Sandbinder Sentinel, 5 time, 4/6, summon, play a Sandbind on an enemy unit with flying. And Sandbind is the curse unit can't fly. I don't think this is good in rank, but it's going to be very good in draft, because one of the big things that has happened that when I've played, even though I am garbage at limited, is the fact that flyers tend to win the game pretty easily. So Sandbinder Sentinel does a decent Sandstorm Titan impression. Frenzied Omnivore we've already seen, pretty good. Stone Scar Sawed Off. There we go. That's the name of a card. It's a 4/1 weapon. Summon exhausted enemy unit. Okay, that's pretty good. It can definitely really pressure your opponent. If you put this on a quick draw unit, it's just never it's never going to be killed outside of a spell. And the rare is Darkveil Agent. Okay, so for the Nightfall/Unseen deck. When you start your turn at night, your Unseen get Aegis. Very, very good card. And they also can get it over and over and over again. Alright, next. Another rare. Alright, Snowfort. Your relics units have +1 health. It's a 3-power relic. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Alright, Cover of Darkness was one of the first preview cards. It's pretty good. Helpful Doorbot. Oh, look at that little guy. He's just trying to be helpful. Spark Catcher we've seen. Jump Kick we've seen. Affliction. It's a cursed. Cursed unit gets -2/-1. That's very relevant. Spirit Shade Stalker is 4 and a Justice. Oh, we've seen you. We've seen you. Caleb's Interventions. Okay, so here's the fire version. It's 1 fire for a spell. Make a 1/1 Grenadin. Yeah. Give one of your units +2/+2 and overwhelm this turn. Okay, kill an enemy weapon. So a lot of things here, but I don't think it's better than Talir's or Vara's. Even if you're just... Again, I see why this one can't be fast, but... Frenzied Omnivore is good. Humble Instructor we've seen. And... Snow Pelting, there we go. That was the card I was thinking of. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Then you can exhaust the Yeti to deal 2 damage to another enemy. Pretty alright. Next up... A Barkeep's Friend. Blech. Backpacker's Machete. 3 fire, 2/2 Scout. It's alright, I suppose. You're paying 1 more power to get 2 extra health and Scout as opposed to draw a card over Ornate Katana. That can be relevant. Not for ranked, though, I think. And ranked power, how much it costs is almost more important. Helpful Doorbot. Unpredictable Outlaw. 2 and a fire, 2/2. When you Gunslinger, obviously. When you play a weapon on Unpredictable Outlaw, exhaust an enemy unit. Okay, that's pretty good. Seen you. Ooh, Moonlight Gargoyle. 5 Shadow, 5/3. Summon Nightfall. It gets flying at night. That seems pretty good. This would be a card that I would want to play a bunch of Nightfall cards so that I can ensure that I have a 5/3 flyer all the time. Seems alright. And the rare. Ooh, there we go. Premium rares. Got there. Novice Herd Rider. 7 primal for a 6/8. Explorer Dinosaur. Sure. Fate. The Explorer or Dinosaur in your hand with the least health gets +1/+1. So it's almost never going to be Novice Herd Rider. Huh. Well, it buffs your Teriax hatchlings, I guess. If I'm drafting, I just take Moonlit Gargoyle, I think. Gargoyle just needs Nightfall cards, whereas Novice Herd Rider needs Explorers or Dinos. Alright, moving on. Another rare. Alright, Shielded Short Barrel we've seen. Seen you. Ooh, Cobalt Waystone is the Primal Waystone. You get Aegis. It's kind of underwhelming. Not great. Twilight Hermit. 2 and a Primal 1/1. When you start your turn at night, transform Twilight Hermit into a 5/3 Twilight Prowler with Reckless. So it's a werewolf, is what you're telling me. Okay, that's pretty good, I would say. Another powerful thing for the Nightfall decks. Especially if you're able to play Twilight Hermit into a Nightfall card. I guess you're not getting the 5/3 until turn 4. We'll see. Caleb's Intervention and Island's Intervention. Okay, so what does Island's Intervention do? One of the primal fast spell. Okay, so Islands and Taliers are fast, which is very relevant. Deal 3 damage to enemy unit with flying. Okay, negate a 3-cost enemy spell. That is very specific. Okay, and or you're going to get +3 health this turn. You know what? I can get behind this. I don't know how good this one is. Like if the second mode was to get a 3-cost or less enemy spell, that'd be more interesting. And obviously more powerful, but just 3-cost enemy spells. Okay, so Island's Intervention stops Island's Choice. It stops Rally. Oh, it stops Rally. Oh, it stops Rally. That's pretty relevant. Oh, man. This is rough. I think Taliers is still better. Yeah, whatever. Next. Mirrus Nightblade. Ooh, Mirrus is going to be really good. Feln Scene. You're welcome. Yeah, Mirrus is going to be really good, especially with all the night stuff that you can play or get cursed upon. All right, next pack. Ooh, another legendary. I like it. I love it. I want some. Okay. Snowfort we've seen. We've seen Flashy Duelist. Scourstone Sentinel. 7/8 Overwhelm Bond for 9. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about par for the course. Probably not playing this until turn 3 or 4, I would imagine. Or not turn 3 or 4. Turn 5 or 6. But we'll see. Serene Excavator. 3 and a time for a 1/2 Explorer with flying. And if you have a Sentinel, it gets +1/+1. Okay, that can be relevant. 2/3 flyers are hard to kill. Wild Rider. 3 and a primal 1/4 Yeti. When it hits the enemy player, it gets 1/+1/+1 strength. Okay. Barbarian Camp we've seen. Menominat we've seen. Seasoned Spelunker. 3 and a time for a 3/3 Explorer. Okay, already where you're at. +1/+1 while you have a relic. And you can pay 5 to play a Power Stone, which is a relic, which on turn 5. I don't think this is good for ranked. I mean, 3 power 3/3 is already fine for ranked, and you might already have a Power Stone in play. It seems alright. Disassembler. Tuna Fire 2/2. On board, Grenadin, sure. When one of your Grenadin, including Disassembler, dies, deal 1 to the enemy player. Alright, so here's a card that cares about you sacking your Grenadin, which is something that's Grenadin are going to die. It's just a matter of fact. Grenadin are going to die. It's a one-sided Argoport Instigator for Grenadin. Deepwood Rangers and Unseen. 5 Justice Shadow for a 4/4. A little below rate, but anyways. Deepwood Ranger gets +2/+2 for each one of your... Again, I don't know how often we're going to have these 2 or more battle skills. I just don't know. And the rare, or the legendary, Last Stand at the Gate. I don't know how good this card is, but it is hilarious. If I'm drafting, I'm probably taking Disassembler, I guess? I don't know. Alright, next pack is a rare. We've seen Watchman, we've seen you. Lucky Prospector, 1 at a time for a 1/1 Explorer. Endurance, gets +2/+2 while you have a relic. Alright, that's relevant. Wandering Forge. 4 on a fire, 4/2. Gets +1/+1 overwhelm while hero relic. Sure. 5/3 overwhelms. Hard to kill. Unseen agent we've seen. You've seen you. We've seen you. We've seen you. Bellowing Thunderfoot. 7 primal for a 4/5 bond. Alright, so you can probably play this on turn 4-ish, hopefully. When you bond the Bellowfoot, stun an enemy unit. Okay. That's pretty good. I would play this card. Don't play Curse of Taxation, kids. In Limited, it's bad. Skeletonder's pretty, again, it's kind of mediocre in ranked. Probably good in draft. And the rare, Dino Stampede. Ooh, it's 8 time. Your dinosaurs get +1/+1 this turn for each of your dinosaurs. Ooh. Okay, I see why it costs 8, but that's a lot. 8's a lot. Next up is another rare. Premium Entrapments. We got there, kids. City Marshal, Barking's Friend, Into the Furnace. It's premium even. 2 and a fire for a spell. Deal 2 damage to a unit. If you have a Grenadin in your Void, Into the Furnace deals double damage. Ooh. So it's 2 power, deal 2, which is medium. Or it can be 2 power, deal 4 if you have Grenadins that died. I can get behind that. It's great on turn 2. It's better late in the game where you're likely to have a Grenadin in your Void, so that's good. We've seen all these. We've seen you. We've seen you. Amaran Shoveler. 1 time for an 0/1, the Explorer. Pay 2 and exhaust Amaran Shoveler to look at the top card of your deck. If it's a Sentinel or Relic, draw it. Otherwise, discard it. So it's a very specific blind storyteller. I don't know how good that is. I guess it does matter if you're doing self-mill, which can be a thing. Scavenger we've seen. Mysterium Orb we've seen. Our first repeat. We can do better. We can do better. There we go. See, legendaries. Boom. Bad. Okay. Soaring Guard. Oh, we haven't seen you. 2 Justice, 1/2 Flying. Summon, gain 2 armor. Valkyrie. Okay. That's fine. Disassembler. Lost in the Mist. Storm Talisman. Ooh, Grenadin Bellower. 2 Shadow for a 2/1. Entomb. Your units get +1 strength. Alright. That's interesting. Grenadin loves to go wide, and Bellower does a good job of going wide. And the legendary, Name Taker. When the enemy unit dies, the enemy player discards each copy from their hand and deck, and it's a 6/4. It could really use like Overwhelm or Quick Draw or something. But look, if you get to go Name Taker into Harsh Rule and just take everything out of your opponent's deck, that is big game. Big game. If only it was a big game hunter. Next up, another rare. We've seen Affliction, we've seen you, we've seen you, we've seen you, we've seen you, you. Rampart Protector, yep, we've seen you. Ooh, Insistent Automaton. 4 at a time for a 4/5 Sentinel. Summon, put one of your other units into your hand. Why would this matter? I guess to rebuy summon effects? It also avoids the drawback that these types of cards usually have, where you have to bounce anything. However, you can redo bonds. That might be relevant. Drifting Death. 6 in a Shadow for a 3/2 Flying Lifesteal. Entomb, draw a curse from your Void. Okay, that's not bad. That makes up for the fact that it's kind of fragile. And the rare, Rakano Sheriff again. Another repeat. Come on. We want different cards. We don't want a bunch of the same cards. I mean, we're going to get that for like all these commons. Ooh, wait, we haven't seen Maimed Watchwing. 3 in a Shadow, 2/3. Valkyrie ally. It's flying, but it can't block. I don't like this as much. It really wants to be 2 power, I think, as opposed to 3. I've seen all these in the rare. Fantastic Revelation. 4 at a time. Spell. Nightfall. Play all power cards from your hand depleted. Ooh, interesting. Sort of gets around Flood, but not really. I'll have to play with this Nightfall deck. I don't know how good this card is, but I'd love to find out. Seeing you. Yep. Ooh, Signal Flag. It's a relic weapon. It's a 1/4 relic weapon for 3 and a Justice. Valkyrie ally against Warcry. I don't know if this is going to be good in... Well, I mean, 1/4 relic weapons is going to attack at least a few times, but only having 1 strength might be the deal breaker. I guess it all depends on whether or not you want Warcry and how many times you can get Warcry. For example, buying it back with something like maybe a Reforge or a Smuggler's Stash. And the rare, another Rakano Sheriff. Moving on. Listen, we want to see all the new cards. We don't want to see a bunch of repeats. Like, look at all these repeats. Look at these repeats. All these repeats. And the rare. Hey, Clutchmate from the event. This card was actually really good. It was amazing on killer units like Predatory Carnosaur, so I can get behind Clutchmate. Man, I'm going to have so much Shift Stone that I'm going to have to get rid of. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Snowfort. Ooh, Premium Winter's Grasp. Might be relevant. Time Ward Sentinel. Yep, we've seen you. Family Charter. Ooh, we haven't seen you yet. 1 Power Scout. And you can pay 6 and stack it to draw 2 cards. That's also a relic for your Sentinels. Okay, and the rare. Ask for directions. I think this card's better than everyone thinks it is, but we'll see. It's not great, but I think it's better than that. I think it's better than terrible. Alright, Heroic Bravo. 8 fire, 4/4 Overwhelm Bond. Gunslinger, when you bond, Heroic Bravo deals 2 damage to an enemy. This is a outlaw sniper that makes you work for it, but we'll see. Okay, alright. Strategize. Ooh, Oni Cave Diver is an explorer, relevant. 2 and a fire, 2/2, good. +2 strength while you have a relic, excellent. Ultimate, pay 2 to scout. This card's very good. This is exactly everything that you would want. It's a power sink for late in the game. I think this is pretty strong in any sort of fire aggro deck. I think it might... We've seen Praxis Tokens as kind of the Praxis aggro deck, but this might enable an actual Praxis aggro deck. Yeah, Oni Cave Diver is really good. And the rare is Crest of Impulse. Oh, I didn't realize that these were rare. These were previewed earlier today. I thought that these would just be uncommons, not rares. They're power cards that come in depleted. You get 2 influence, and then they scout. So they're for the Magic players, they're Scrylands, and Scrylands are really good. So I was hoping they wouldn't be rare, but c'est la vie. Can't really complain too much there. Another regular rare. Nocturnal Creeper. Ooh, haven't seen you. 2 time for 2/1 deadly that makes Nightfall. Sure, that's pretty good. I would play that card in a Nightfall deck. Let's see. Oh, Scrap Hound. 1 fire for a 1/1. It's a Grenadin. Pay 4 and sacrifice another unit to give Scrap Hound +2/+2. But if it was a Grenadin, it gets +4/+4. I'm not sure I like the hoops that I'm jumping through for the Scrap Hound, but you never know. Common Cause is a good uncommon for the tribal decks because you get an influence of your choice if you have 2 units that are of the same tribe. Ground Crew. 4 and a Justice, 2/4 Tinker. Or Tinker. You can pay 1 and exhaust Ground Crew to give one of your Valkyrie +3/+3 this turn, but it can't fly. Flying is really important, so I don't know how good that's going to be. Alright, and the rare is Unchecked Rage. 4 or 5 primal for a curse. The curse unit and each other enemy unit are reckless. Oh. This is very dangerous. It can be very, very good, but it can also be very dangerous. Also, if you kill the unit with Unchecked Rage, then the rest of their team doesn't have to attack, but you can definitely set up for some real nasty attacks with Unchecked Rage. Next, more regular rares. Iceberg Frontrunner. Ooh, a 1 fire, 1/2 Yeti with charge. That seems fine. It seems fine. We've seen all the commons. We haven't seen all the uncommons. Skywalk Enforcer is an unseen. 3 Primal Shadow, 1/1 flying. When you play a curse, it gets +2 power. Oh, 1/4. I thought it was a 1/1. Ugh. Oh, Skywalk Enforcer seems really good in this curse deck. It's also whenever you play a curse, not just as long as you have a curse in play. So that's pretty good. And the rare, Devious Drone. 4 and a Shadow, 1/1 Grenadin. Entomb, kill an enemy unit. Oh, they're not going to want to kill Devious Drone at all, are they? How Devious. Next up. Alright, any new commons? Nope. Any new uncommons? Yes. Foraging Sauropod. Yep. I saw 10 time and I was like, yep, it's gotta have bond. 6/6. When it attacks, play a 3/3 dino with Overwhelm. That's pretty good. That's very strong, I would say. Probably want to play this, hopefully. Well, if you get the Striped Arachnodon from Omens, you could play it on turn 6. I think you can do better. Roland's Intervention. Okay, so here's Roland's. It's a fast spell as well. Alright, so Caleb and Var got the short end of the stick here. Give an enemy unit -3 strength this turn. Okay. Give a unit or weapon in your hand +1/+1. Okay. Give one of your Valkyrie Aegis. Roland's Intervention is the worst of the fast interventions, I think. I still don't know between Islands and Tilliers which one's better. And the rare is another fantastic revelation. Fascinating. Alright. More regular rares. Ooh, Staff of the Archmagister. 5 fire, 0/0. But it gets +1/+1 for each spell in your void. Ooh, another Spell Matters card. I do enjoy Spells Matters cards. Staff of the Archmagister definitely seems very powerful in that respect. I'm going to be very excited to try it out with Moment of Creation. Panoptic Guardian. 6 time 2/5 ambush, but with Fate, you see the top card of each deck this turn. That is an interesting card. A very, very interesting card. I don't know how good it is, but 2/5 ambush can block a lot of things. And the rare is Scrap Heap. 3 fire for a relic. Your Grenadin have charge, and once per turn you may pay 5 to make a Grenadin. It's kind of like an army in a can that you gotta pay a lot of power for. It's not the worst in the world. It's also just 1/1s every turn, so... Next up, do we have any new cards? Ooh, Ancient Defenses. 4 fire relic. When you play a Sentinel, the Sentinel gets +2 power. Okay. Summon, deal 3 damage to enemy. Alright, so it's deal 3 damage for 4, which is underwhelming. And then if you have Sentinels, it makes them bigger. I can get behind this card. This card seems pretty sweet. Civil Wingsmith was a card that we saw previewed. 3 Justice, 1/4 Valkyrie, flying. A lot of these Valkyries have flying. You gain whenever you gain armor, you gain 1 more armor. Pretty good card, I think, in Armory or in this Valkyrie deck that's definitely gonna pop up. Our rare is another premium. Tinker Drone Dropper. 4 fire, justice for a 3/4 flying Tinker. When it hits the enemy player, make a 1/1 Grenadin. I don't know how good this is. It's probably not great. Well, hold on, no. It dodges Torch and it dodges Vanquish. I'll come back to you, Drone Dropper. We'll get back. We'll chat. Alright, next. Nope. That's good. Copper Hall Marshal. Haven't seen you before. 3 and a Justice for a 3/3. Minotaur Gunslinger. Ultimate, when you play a weapon on Copper Hall Marshal, stun an enemy unit. That's pretty alright. Seen all these. And the rare, Lawman's Sidearm. 4 Justice for a 3/2 weapon. Not a relic, just a weapon. Summon, draw a Justice Sigil from your deck if you played a Gunslinger. If played on a Gunslinger, draw 2 instead. I don't know how good that is. It seems like a different hoop you have to jump through for a Privilege of Rank. Anything new in this pack? Ooh, Skycrag Huntsman. 3 fire for a 1/4 Explorer Gunslinger. Yep, gonna have a lot of these multi subtypes. Pay 4 and exhaust it to deal 1 damage to an enemy if you have a relic. That seems not great. Savage Skybrood. 1 and a primal for an O2 dino with flying. Whenever you play another dino, Savage Skybrood gets +1 power or +1 strength. Sure, I can get behind Savage Skybrood. That seems very good. Very, very good. And the rare, Yeti Fur Flinger. Ooh, 3 primal. Well, they really want you to be playing primal for this guy. Is a 3/3 Yeti Shaman, summon Nightfall. Okay. Ultimate, pay 6 to transform another unit into a 2/2 flying squirrel. I'm not sure what's going on with this card. I don't know what's going on with you. Explain yourself, Yeti Furflinger. Explain thyself. Alright. Nearing the home stretch here. Any cards we haven't seen? Hey, there is one. Valkyrie Bodyguard. 4 justice for a 3/4 flyer. Valkyrie, sure. Valkyrie Bodyguard can't attack unless you have armor. I mean, 3/4 for 4 with flying is a really good body. And it's very good defensive body, too. But not being able to attack is, kind of rough. Rare is another Dark Veil Agent. Sure. Next pack. Anything new? Premium Ancient Bauble? I cannot wait to get rid of this forever. Headsman's Axe is 5 Shadow for a 0/0. It's an uncommon, gets +1/+1 for each unit in your void. Okay. So Headsman's Axe is kind of a different version of Oblivion Spike that scales with the amount of units in your void. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. And the rare Lawman's Sidearm, which we've seen before. And, ooh, there we go, Legendary. Legendaries. What do we got? Ooh, Vainglory Patrol. No, we've seen you. All right, we've seen all these. And the rare and Legendary Clutch Keeper. Hey, I was like kind of halfway joking about the big bond Brontosaurus. Although this is definitely not a sauropod. This is a theropod. All right, 15 primal for an 8/7 dino with bond. When you bond Clutch Keeper, she gets killer. When she attacks, play 2 dinos with overwhelm. That seems like something that can happen. Clutch Keeper definitely 8/7 killer. It's going to kill a lot of things. I mean, how soon can we put this into play? Carnosaurs are 6s, so that would be paying 9. You don't want to do that. You can do better than that. With a Xenon Obelisk, that makes it 7, then you're paying 8. But if you get to 8 power, then it costs 7. Another legendary? Man. Alright. Anything of relevance in the commons, uncommons? Nope. Ooh, Callous Survivalist. 9 shadow for another bond, this time with Gunslingers. A Warcry bond. 5/4. When you bond Callous Survivalist, the enemy player chooses 2 spells of their choice or discards 2 spells of your choice from their hand. This can be very relevant against decks like Chalice, getting rid of harsh rules or islands choices or whatever it may be that you don't want them to have. I don't know how good it is going to. I think it's going to be a sideboard card in like ETS, but we'll see. Also, in a deck with Warcry, which Callous Survivalist is probably going to be in, Callous Survivalist could come down very, very quickly. But who knows? Who can tell? No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. Oh, hey, 2 cards we haven't seen yet. Dark Bolt. 2 and a primal spell, deal 1 to an enemy unit, but at night deal 5. That's very swing. That's real swingy. Oh my. I mean, 2 power deal 5 is. I'm on board for that. But man, that's. Whew. Silverwing Rallier, 9 justice for a 5/4 flyer with bond, and when it dies, make a 2/2 soldier. Sure. I'm on board for a 5/4 flyer, but it does cost a lot. And the rare, Aerial Attendant, another Valkyrie with bond, but this time it has flying and Warcry. And when it dies, you get armor. That's pretty good. I think if I was drafting, I would take Aerial Attendant over the Silverwing Rallier, because this can come down sooner. We are nearing the end. Ooh, another legendary. Good. Nothing we haven't seen before. And the rare, Kojin, Grandishugo. This was Clarity's preview card. 4 fire for a 3/2 Oni with Warcry 2. Warcry 2, strictly better than Warcry 1. And your other Oni get +2/+2. And then whenever Kyojin hits the enemy player, play a 2/1 Oni Ronin. There's a lot going on with Kyojin, because also those 2/1 Oni Ronins are actually 4/3s. Whew. That is powerful. Also, I can't say no to Oni Ronin, so you know how it is. Anything new in this pack? Nope. Rare. Accelerate Impact again. Boring. Another rare. Let's see. Ooh, Ironclad Oath. Haven't seen this yet. 4 Justice, fast spell. Give whatever unit +4/+4 this turn. And then you gain 1 armor for each of your Valkyrie. Ooh, that's pretty good. That card's pretty good. I can get behind Ironclad Oath. Recycler. 3 Fire Shadow for a 2/2 Grenadin. Ultimate, when one of your other units dies, create and draw a 3/2 Fix-It with Overwhelm. Ooh, that's pretty good, I would say. Turns out, also, Grenadin die a lot, so that might actually be super relevant. And the rare is Stone Scar Sneak. 1 in a Shadow, 1/1 Quick Draw. I mean, there's a few things it can't attack through on turn 1. It's a Gunslinger. Pay 3 and exhaust it to give another unit 3 power, or 3 strength, and Quick Draw. Ooh, that's pretty good. I definitely like it better for its ability as opposed to its body, but you never know. Alright, we're in the home stretch now. 10 packs to go. Premium Tandem Watchman. Get out. Rare. Hesitate. 1 time, fast spell. Negate an enemy spell, put it into the enemy hand. It's Remand. It doesn't stop it forever, which is very relevant, but it can definitely mess with people. Man, this practice aggro deck sounds a little bit better now that I see hesitate floating around. Anything new in this world? Nope. Rare. Topple Tower. There we go. Big Grenadin. Big Daddy Grenadin. It's Big Grenadin. Next. See if we can get some more legendaries before we sign off. Premium Temple Raider. Okay. Rare is Inquisitor's Halberd. We saw this in the preview article for Ally by Louis Scott Vargas. A 3/3 weapon, much better than a 3/1 weapon. And then also, being able to buy it back and then play it again with more Valkyries, and it seems fine. Next. Let's see what we got. Oh, by the way, here we go. This is the Big Bond Brontosaurus. Called it. Rare. Hey, Sandspitter. It's my preview card. I was about to say there'd be no justice if I didn't get at least 1 Sandspitter. At least. Next up is anything new? Nope. Rare. Nocturnal Overseer. Okay, so 3 primal, 2/3 explorer. Summon Nightfall. You may exhaust Nocturnal Observer at night to draw the discard a card. Okay. That seems pretty alright. I can get behind a Night Looter. Draw a lot of cards. Cares about the card. It'll care about cards that draw cards. Like the Saurus. Is that what it was called? Doesn't matter. And the rare. Another Topple Tower. Cool. Alright, come on. 4 packs left. 4 packs remaining. We've seen all these. Crest of Vengeance. Sure, that's relevant. That's going to be something that a lot of people are going to have to craft out of their Shiftstone. 3 packs remaining. And rare. Dig Site. Okay, so 3 relic. When you play a Sentinel, your explorers get +1/+1 this turn. Okay. Summon, you may put a unit or another relic into its owner's hand. I mean, I guess that seems reasonable. I wonder what your tribe distribution is going to have to be for your Sentinel Explorer or your Explorer Dino deck's going to be. 2 packs remained. Ah, there we go. 1 more legendary. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll open another one. And what is... Oh, Cowardice. We haven't seen Cowardice yet. Cowardice, Curse Unit can't block. Cowards can't block warriors. And the legendary is Tax Collector. Ooh, we haven't seen Tax Collector. So 2 Justice for a 2/3 soldier. When one of your other units dies, you gain an armor. And with an ultimate, pay 7 to double your strength and armor. Ooh. Interesting. Does this get an armory? I mean, I guess it's pretty good in Armory if you have like a big. Well, if you have okay, let's say you play a dice show, and you get to 9 power, and then you go Tax Collector Ultimate it, and you have an 8/8 dice show. I don't know. Last pack is a regular rare. Ooh. We have one card we haven't seen, which is Slush Dumper. 4 and a primal 3/3 Yeti. Ultimate pay 4 to give Slush Dumper +1/+1 for each of your Yeti. Okay. Then each of your Yeti deals 1 to the enemy player. Ooh, that's a good card. I like Slush Dumper. Slush Dumper is going to make me very happy. And the rare, another Devious Drone. Well, that does it for our excursion into the Dusk Road expansion. Obviously, there are a lot of cards that I'm going to have to craft and look at because I guarantee I have not seen all the cards because, man, there's a lot of cards that we're gonna have to look at and see whether they're good or not or all that fun stuff. If you liked this, give the channel a follow. Follow me on Twitter at jwiley129. You can also find a bunch of other stuff over or a lot of my Eternal stuff at newwalkgaming.com. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to y'all next time.